Okay, Charles LeBlanc here, and well, I reached a decision about 20 minutes ago. As you know, I've been with the pictures I took of the Saint Anthony's Church. Remember the big super moon and all that? And they contacted me. It was on CTV News. They contacted me. This is shaky, and I give them the copyright. I give them the picture. They could do whatever they want with it. But we also found out that the church is in consideration of Bishop Robert Harris to shut down. And really, I was shocked because I met this Robert Harris a couple of years ago, and okay. But anyway. So we went to church yesterday, and we went to St. Anthony's. I'm supposed to show my picture. It's just I've never been in that church. So some pictures, nice. And I seen this statue. They had a statue of a native woman there, and I seen a person I knew and her daughter, cute little one. And I said, okay, there's a nice picture we could put. Afterwards, the service was all done. Cute little native girl beside the statue, because just talking about a future generation. This is what the church is all about, our future generation. Like I had a little girl for shale gas. It's the future generation. But anyway, I guess some people were all upset that the girl took the pictures and all. Anyway, the natives have got to learn to fight their own battles. And Andre Faust, my little partner here, me and him really dug into St. Anthony's and what's going on. And I'm going to call him, and we're just going to talk about it. This is the last time we'll talk about the St. Anthony's Church. Whoops. Okay, hold on. You'd think I would restart this all over again and do it right. But anyway.
Hi, if you leave your name, phone number, and a message, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you.
Whoops. Okay, so I guess I can't get through. This is not turning out too good. But the bottom line is, like a native told me last night. First, St. Mary's First Nation, what they have to learn to do, what they should do, is get together and have a huge candlelight protest or vigil, whatever they call it, and bring the attention that we want our church. 3 minutes into this already, and I even never...
Yes, hello?
Yes, 3 minutes already, and I called and it wasn't working. Okay. So, Andre Faust, and I've been talking for 3 minutes here. St. Anthony's Church. And I believe we went there yesterday, and I never mentioned this. Nice choir. At first time I see a woman play with gloves on and a hood, a big winter jacket on. It was cold.
It definitely was cold. Of course, it did warm up being in the balcony, as we know hot air rises, so we did get a little bit of heat. You might not have, because you were lower than me, but I was in a nice comfy zone there once it heated up.
That's why I put my hat on at 4 o'clock sharp. You're supposed to have protocol, remove your hat. Not this time. So it was a good service. The church, beautiful church. But the bottom line is, it's not like we didn't feel welcome, but it's sort of like we were ignored, like people were afraid. I don't know.
Well, there was at one point at the end, that it seemed, like that. I think what it is with the issue that's at hand is...
Raise your voice a little bit.
I think the issue at hand is that... and not only St. Anthony's, but pretty well all the Catholic churches that are involved don't want to rock the boat. they're leaving it in the Lord's hands. To whatever the outcome is going to be, it's going to be, God's decision, the Spirit's decision.
The Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit, and that's why, we're not seeing, any type of vigilance, lighting of candles or anything like that. It's, they're leaving it, entirely in the bishop's hands, His Most Reverend Excellency's hands, and he's going to guide them through the Spirit.
Yeah, so he's going to guide them, so he's going to shut down. The Anthony's church is done, because you even seen out front, they have it's cute though, a little table with a flower and a prayer. Protect for the uncertain future, please God, boom, 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 protect our church. That's not going to happen.
Okay, now we're going to step out, we're going to depart from the religious part. We're going to look at, you've always heard me say, follow the money, and that'll tell you how the outcomes it'll be.
Yeah.
Well, St. Anthony's is in the black. It's financially self-sustaining, so that is not going to be an issue because it's in the red. We're shutting it down.
Yeah.
It's in the black. It's doing very, very well. They've, they have the daycare center that, generates income. They have another building that they're renting out that generates income.
Yeah, bingos and everything. They're doing good.
And now you've seen how large of an area that particular block is.
Oh, yes.
It's also, of interest for...
right in front of that mall. What's that mall called?
What's that?
What's that mall for people that don't know? It's across from the Dairy Queen. Main Street, No, Union Street.
Union Street, yeah.
Across from Dairy Queen. Yeah.
So you have, these pieces of property in Fredericton. You have St. Teresa's off of the Royal Road up by Hawken Avenue. You have Lady Fatima in Marysville. And you have St. Anthony's. Well, St. Anthony's, though, is the bigger prize. They've got a block.
Prime real estate area.
Yeah, prime real estate area. Now, again, follow the money, okay? Yeah. The diocese needs money.
Yeah.
So now it becomes a business.
Yeah.
So they're saying, well, if we can, close that church down.
We got it.
There's a term that, when they decommission a term, I'm getting old. There's a term that's used for when they neutralize the soil, that they make it no more a holy place.
Grandfather.
And then they put it up to sell. Now, once that happens, right, you have these vulture developers all hanging around because they know that they can make big bucks off of that.
Oh, yes.
So they go and iron ball these chains, destroy it, get rid of the church and the other two, and those properties go up for sale.
Yeah.
So now, let's look at the stakeholders. We have now the developers that are going to pay the diocese, the value of the property. They're going to now develop that. So the one stakeholder is that diocese is going to take care of their financial woes. Developers will be able to profit from it, so they're going to gain from the sale of this of these churches.
Yeah.
And lastly, the city's is a prime stakeholder in that, because now those three parcels of land, we're going to collect property tax.
We got to go to the point, and the point is the city will benefit from develop that land, high rise and everything, and
they're going to benefit from the property tax.
Yeah.
So the winners in this is not St. Anthony's Church.
Yeah.
The winners is going to be the diocese.
Yeah.
The developers.
Yeah.
And the city.
Yeah. Exactly.
Those are the winners in this game.
So the losers. Those poor people we seen. There was a lot of people in that service. It was cold yesterday, very cold outside.
My guesstimate was about 75% capacity.
Yeah, 75%. So what's going to happen? They're going to go at St. Dustin? There's no parking.
If the Spirit guides the bishop to shut the church down, they'll probably keep St. Dunstan's, which from the snapshot that I'd seen, and I got this information from the diocese's website. It was called Snapshot 2017. But the reference in the snapshot was 2015, so I'll use 2015. And 2015, St. Dunstan was in the red.
Yeah.
St. Anthony's was in the black.
Okay, so bottom line, St. Anthony will be shut down.
Well,
Prediction?
You know, if they play the business card, yes, you know, it will be shut down.
It will be shut down. The religious part, I think that in the capitalist system, you cannot have religion and capitalism hand in hand.
No.
And then you got lawyers with the lawsuits, the pedophile thing, and all that. So.
But you know, yeah, that put a demand on the purse strings. You know, undoubtedly. You know, and the other thing is that, you know, some of the other, you know, churches in the diocese and other dioceses, they've been losing membership to left and right. So
yeah.
They're losing, you know, that. So, you know, some of these churches just aren't financially viable to sustain themselves. But St. Anthony's is ahead of the game.
Yeah, is over because they're not fighting, they're praying. And the power of prayer, they said, is stronger than what?
You know, we'll see what comes out of this here.
Stronger than money, stronger than greed.
The power of prayer, the power of prophets.
Yeah, exactly.
And not as prophets as fortune tellers, but as prophets in dollars and cents.
Yeah, I think that if they run, I'm not fighting this anymore. This is my last video about this issue until we'll say, hey, until we find out the decision, then we'll say, hey, what did I tell you? But behind the scene, I know there's some natives fighting, but they're not doing nothing, absolutely nothing for candlelights or stuff like that. Be too cold for a candlelight anyway.
Well,
but they're not doing nothing.
You know, part of that, you know, has to do with you know, the Catholicism idea is. You know, it's everything's in the hand of the Lord. Like,
yeah.
Well, I'm a Catholic, and St. Anthony's is my parish.
Yeah.
But you know, for those who know me, is that I don't sit in my hands and do nothing. But in this particular case, you know, out of respect, even though I don't like it, I have to, you know, back off.
Yeah. Same here.
You know.
Same here. When I said, like I said, I had a nice statue of they did a statue of a native girl there, and a friend of mine. Then I had the little girl, cute little girl, had her right there just to show the future generation. That's what this church is all about. It's not about for us. It's for the future generations. Just like shale gas. I had this little girl. I said, this is what the battle against shale gas is all about. The future generation, so they can get clean water. But then, like I said, we got in there yesterday. People were nervous. People and I said, well, we're going to leave them alone. And at least when the day of judgment arrived, we tried.
And I mean, that's not to say that, you know, like on mine, I'm still going to, you know, get as much information that I can.
I'm sure you will.
And the only source is from the website of the you know, St. John Diocese. That's the only place.
When they shut her down, there'll be a big uproar for 24 hours on Facebook. Oh, my poor church! But tell them to go outside and protest. They won't do it. That's the bottom line. People know that. Facebook thumbs up. Facebook thumbs down. It's not going to do it. And videos by idiots like me giving a rant is not going to do it. Like what we're doing now, it's not going to do it.
You know, I guess my position is at this time, I don't know which way His Reverend Excellency.
What did you call it?
Beside Reverend Excellency.
Boy, you show some respect, yeah.
And well, being Catholic.
I'm a Catholic too, but I don't.
I still remember the protocols, even though I haven't been the best Sunday morning churchgoer for the last many years, but I still recall the protocols.
I met this guy, but the protocol went out the window. Okay, you have a good day. Thank you.
Thanks, there, Charles. Bye bye.
Bye bye. So anyway, that's the way it is in Andre Falls, and it's going to be shut down, and it's a damn shame. But they're going to say, well, it's a parish, and we're going to shut down Marysville. The Lebanese here on Westmoreland Street, I don't know what's going to happen there. They're pretty strong. They don't get involved in too many things, and very strong church. And plus everybody had to go to St. Dustin, and that's the way it is. The capitalist system and religion do not go hand in hand. Stay tuned.